Who's your dentist?
Who is my dentist? Not you, sweetheart. And I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I'm not your dentist.
Yeah. Where do I begin, my guy? You got a lot of dip on your chip, and I feel like the way that you coming at everybody else with like, oh, who's your dentist and everything, you finna ask me who my dentist is. And I'm not with that just yet. I'm not ready for that.
I know it's triggering.
Also, let me finish real quick, respectfully. I'm sorry, you know, because you interrupt everybody else. Let me speak real quick. I just personally feel like you're not used to a, like, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm alpha male, like, you know, whatever. Like, you're not used to a dominant woman. I feel like you are, like, it's easy kind of coming to you to belittle women a little bit. I understand where you're coming from with everything that you do, and I saw the last episode, but, like, you do come off as arrogant. Confidence is cool, but, like, know the difference a little bit. What you gonna say about my tooth, bro?
Women will criticize men for everything under the sun. Height, income, style, voice tonality, hairstyle, you name it, everything. Anything you can think of that a man does, he'll get criticized for it. On the other hand, if a man returns the same energy back, boom, it doesn't sit right with them. He's gonna get a lot of backlash. A lot of women are gonna gang up on him. They're gonna call him all sorts of names. They're gonna phrase it and call it's his little masculinity. He has ego problems, anger problems, whatever, you name it, right? It doesn't go well. Doesn't sit the same with them. So it seems like they are allowed to do it, but mine can't do it. All of a sudden it becomes a big issue, right? But anyways, we got another video. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe. Let's go.
All right.
For all of you who don't know this is a dating show. Pop the balloon or find love or whatever it's called, right? So the point of it is a man is supposed to come there, see if he can find love. And if the women are not feeling him off, they're given a balloon, they can pop it. Yeah, that's what it is, essentially put. It's a online televised dating show.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Welcome in.
First thing off the bat, I want to say, man, look at this contestant. He looks a little bit tall, right? 6 foot what? 3, 4? He's pretty tall than the majority of these women. You would have thought that he would definitely be their type. Now, I'm curious to know what you guys think is going to happen. You think they're going to pop the balloon right away? Or do you think, like, they're going to be feeling him? Or what up? What do you guys think, yo? Comment right now.
He's back.
Ooh. All right. If we can have your name.
That was so fast.
Man, he already got like 4 balloons popped within a second. The moment he opened his mouth. Now, I can't help but think maybe it has something to do with his tonality, the way he was just talking.
I was not expecting that.
What's your name, sir?
Hi, my name is Dr. Elam.
And Dr.
Y'all know
Elam.
who I am?
Oh my god, I stand corrected. 5 girls popped their balloons. Only 2 are remaining. Damn, off the bat, not even within a second, the balloon got popped that fast.
How old are you?
That's not fair.
Dr. Elam, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, all right. Now, we do see you pointed out Dr. Elam. What kind of doctor are you? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm a dentist. So actually, please forgive me for my attire. I had an emergency earlier and I had to rush here, so I didn't have time to change. She's not even looking at my face. Okay, so I am a traveling dentist. I travel up and down the West Coast, pulling teeth and placing implants for those who need it.
Hey, off the bat, he's a doctor. Yeah, at least he's owning up to it. I guess he was running late. He showed up with his scrubs. You know, that's cool, man. That's confident of him to admit, right? Like, a lot of people would try to present themselves this well-catered image to the women. So I like how he comes here basically wearing everything on his sleeves. He's telling you how it is. He had an emergency. That's cool, man. He just came like that. That's awesome. I like the energy, though.
Okay. All right. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
What I look for in a woman is pretty universal. And I'm not sure if it's been explained this way, but I'm going to try. There's 3 things that every man wants. And if you do these 3 things, you can procure any man that you want. And this isn't my information that I just came up with. This is actually research-based. And the first thing is being useful. How can you be useful to the person in your life? Why is that important? Because when you are a useful asset to the man that you want to be, then there is no way that he's ever going to want to get rid of you. The second thing is you have to blow his mind in the bedroom. What does that mean? That means you take the wildest, nastiest thing that you've ever done, figure out the wildest, nastiest thing that he's ever done, and exceed that. Otherwise, he can just get it from somewhere else. Now, the third thing, and this thing is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you do the first two things. If you don't do this last thing, then you won't be able to keep your man, and that is respect. Always respect your man. Now, if you have any confusion as to what respect is, say to yourself, would I say this to the person who is writing my checks? Would I say this to my boss? And if you wouldn't, don't say it to your man. So, I'm looking for those three things.
Okay.
Damn, that's my guy went off. He was just asked, what are you looking for? He couldn't have just named it like, yo, I'm looking for love, respect, and a mind-blowing bedroom experience. Like, bro, be straight to the point. I feel like he was lecturing them here a bit, and I get it. I see why they popped it. Like, but I mean, I would have, if I was these chicks at least, I would have popped it at this point. Like, you know what I mean? After hearing it, then I'll be like, all right, you know, whether I agree with it or not, I would go based on that. I wouldn't have popped it before hearing him talk. I feel like at this point, though, he's coming off as if he is talking to students who are seated there taking notes. He's as if he's educating them. Like, you know, if this is, let's call it so-called unquote, a date, you don't want to be there educating your partner on what, you know, the other person is looking for, this and that. Because in that sense, now you are like a dating coach. So if you're a dating coach, there's no reason for you to be there looking for a date. Like, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, it just turned from like casually going on a date, trying to find if you click, to you schooling her on what a man is looking for and this and that. And I feel like at that point, if you are schooling somebody, you best bet you better have a partner, you know? So if he came here with his wife, his girlfriend, whatever, and he came to give a lecture, then I'd be like all for it. But my dude, you're on a date. Matter of fact, the odds are not even in your favor yet, because you have all these women who are contestants and they are the ones doing the choosing. You're not choosing them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were sitting there, for example, standing there, and all these women are coming in and introducing themselves, and you have the balloon of whether you're going to pop it or not, then the odds will be in your favor. But at the main point, the odds are in their favor. So sometimes less is more, you know? I think you should just be straight to the point, say what you want, what you don't want, what you're looking for, simply put there, and then we can go to the reason as to why they're popping the balloon. But here you give off too much. What you're saying is not wrong per se, but I think it's too much off the rip. They don't even know much about you. You just came already talking and rambling on these Google facts or whatever you got your knowledge from. But I mean, it's true though. I ain't gonna disapprove that, but at the same time, I don't think it's the moment yet to be disclosing that.
Sounds good. So we did get a couple of pop balloons here. Let's go over to some of these ladies and see what's going on.
Please, let's.
All right, let's start here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Yeah, what did I tell you? Women are gonna criticize you for everything. So this guy, first of all, the fact that he is what? Looks like about 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", he's winning. Second of all, he's not ugly, you know, good. And thirdly, he's presentable, you know, he has a nice haircut, he looks like well taken care of. Boom, bonus point. Not to mention the big one there, which is the eye candy there he got, is he's in the dentistry. Bro, a lot of women love dentist related work, especially, you know, if you're a dentist, doctor, you name it, all of this, they find that attractive. So boom, winning. But let's see what costed him this balloon.
My name is Brenda. I'm 36.
Okay.
The reason why I popped, very good looking man. Well put together. You're in the dentistry world. That's amazing. I'm sure your love language is acts of service, since you are in the dentistry world. But the way you answered that question...
Actually, my love language is physical touch.
Oh.
And quality time.
Oh.
And words of affirmation.
I see that you like to interrupt.
I apologize. I apologize.
It's best that I did pop that balloon. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, what did I tell you? It's the way he answered that question right there. He got the pop off from the first chick. And I mean, I saw that coming. My guy answered it too much. He said too much at the beginning. He should have just kept his mouth shut. Another thing I'll point out is, man, the way he is going on jumping in and answering her and interrupting her, yeah, that came over here a little bit rude. Come on, everybody has a little bit quirk to them, right? A little bit problem they gotta fix. So I mean, something you could work on. Definitely, I can see it. At least he apologized for it.
Now, is Brenda someone that's your type?
You know, I actually don't know enough about her to make a valid decision on that, but I love the dress. You have a gorgeous smile. I love what you've done with your makeup and your hair. You're, you know, awesome.
And I like how he didn't really insult her or give her a backlash here too. You know, he gave her all positive feedbacks. He doesn't know too much about her. He isn't gonna judge her, but he also said he likes how she's put together. So that's fair to say, right? He didn't really come at her because of popping her balloon on him. So I think this is a fair point. This is a fair criticism, and he took it well here.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go over here. If we can have your name and age.
I'm Jador. I'm 31.
All right. And Jador, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Dr. Elam, it's such a tragedy because you are so handsome. I feel like you are extremely arrogant, and I feel like you're probably gonna have a hard time because you seem like the type, like a know-it-all type of guy. And sometimes you have to be careful with that because even when you know it all, you don't know everything. You know, so being humble sometimes can be your best friend, even if you do know it all, even if you're very smart, very wise, you know, but just having a humble attitude, you know what I mean? You would probably go a lot further. And I say that with all the respect in the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's your dentist?
Who is my dentist? Not you, sweetheart, and I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Oh, I know. I'm not your dentist.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it going.
Hey, I gotta say, based on what she said here, I mean, yeah, the guy appears to be smart. I mean, it's no surprise, he's a dentist, so of course he has to be smart. But I think the way he is coming off, definitely I can see why she's not in favor of him. Living, especially in today's modern world, no matter how smart you are, people don't like you coming from the frame of being a know-it-all. They want you to humble yourself a little bit. So I guess his tonality and the way he's coming off, she feels some type of way about it. She feels like every time she's gonna be going out with him, she could be getting judged. But I mean, everybody's different, right? Maybe that wasn't his intention, but it's just how he is. She could be perceiving him in a way different light. So I think if she spent 2 to 3 dates with him, go on a date, get to know him, and if this is truly how he is, she can know that. Like, I mean, she can make her decision then. But I think it's too soon to just judge him based on how he's coming off here, right? You don't know. He could be excited. And when you're excited, you don't really necessarily do the right things at the right moment, right? So I can see again, she has a point. That's why she popped it. Oh my goodness, man. I don't know if he got triggered. I don't know what the heck that was, but yo, his reply to this was uncalled for. I mean, I don't think she was trying to be rude. She did give him compliments, saying that he was attractive, blah, 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 all this. It's just her downside was he just came like a know-it-all, right? And that, I guess, turned her off. That's a fair point. But for him to go at her teeth, to go at the jab there, now I think that was uncalled for. Definitely didn't have to do that. It's not like she criticized your teeth or criticized anything physically about you. Matter of fact, she gave you a compliment. So I mean, I don't think that was called for at all.
Go to our next person here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping.
So my name is Brittany. I'm 31, and like she said, you look really good. I like that you're a dentist, but you are given arrogant, and it's given toxic too. Like it's given to you want to debate all the time. Like it's like gonna give me a headache. And if you if you do know it all, just a little bit better to be humble. So that's it. But you look good, you're handsome, but it's given toxic, and I don't want that. And it's also given like this is a joke to you. Like you just want to come on here just to say stuff to get a viral moment. I'm not feeling that.
Dr. Elam?
Yeah, I don't even really know what to say with that. I appreciate your perspective. I think that your feelings are valid. And if you are looking for a nuclear relationship, I probably am a red flag for you. So you're probably right on that.
I love your honesty.
Yo, she got him on that. You know, I think she read him accurately right there. Like, not even to judge him, not even to judge a book by its cover here, but I think I'm getting the same vibe. I don't know what my dude is on. I think it's a joke to him. I don't know what's up, but is this for entertainment purposes or what's up? A little confused. But yeah, so far I'm with her as well. Like, at least she's not taking a jab at his appearance or judging it based on his nose or eyebrow or whatever, you know. So I think it's just how he's acting, how he's projecting himself, and how he's communicating, you know. And mind you, everybody may be different. We actually are all different, and we talk different, we sound different, you know. So we always also project our thought differently. So I mean, this could actually be him, or he could just be putting on a front. You don't know this. I don't know, right? But the way I'm perceiving this, it's you're doing too much, bro. Too much. If you tone it down, I think it would have went well for you. So I think you already have everything on your power. You don't need to do all this. Like, I mean, look at you, bro. You got a career. You're tall, 6 foot, whatever. You know, you're not a bad looking dude, bro. And matter of fact, I think you're doing well than 85% of the dudes out there. But the only thing here is, I think, the way you're talking, the way you're communicating, your message, my guy, you may be way knowledgeable, but they don't feel this, man. That's not how you communicate with them. If you know women, they want you to talk to them in a certain way. I mean, if you're talking to your dudes, I get it. You can talk like this. But if you're talking to women, they ain't gonna dig this. You know, it's giving a combative vibe. You guys are gonna just be fighting back and forth the whole relationship. So I can see why they're popping the balloon. Kind of makes sense. And I mean, I agree. For the first time, I'm with them.
Thank you. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Nova. I'm 30. Yeah, it was just the arrogance for me. I love a man that's very confident. Like you, I'm gonna toot your horn every chance I get. But I think you toot your own horn, so I don't think I would be able to accommodate that every day. Like you're tooting and then I'm trying to uplift, and it would just be a roller coaster ride, like all the time. Like I feel like we would constantly be up here, and I like my space, and I like quiet. I feel like every day would be something not negative, but just the energy would just be very high for me. Like,
It sounds like self-love is something that's challenging for you.
self-love. Oh no, baby, I'm sorry.
Because if you loved yourself, then you wouldn't have any problem loving me.
Oh, I love myself a lot, and I want to be able to love someone as much as I love myself. But I feel like you love yourself so much that there wouldn't be any room for me to love you.
That sounded good, but it also didn't make very much sense.
That's
because
fine.
love isn't a container. Love is
It's not a
something that you
container.
are. So I
Yeah.
love myself. I've worked on myself, and I understand the tools that it takes to practice self-love.
Okay.
And so space and time isn't really an objective field that you need to use as a barometer to see if it's possible, if we can love each other. It's either you love yourself and you can share that, or you're uncomfortable with it. And so I feel that you're also uncomfortable with me loving myself as much as I do.
No.
And it's
I'm
coming off
definitely
as
not uncomfortable.
arrogance.
Oh, I'm arrogant?
No, I said it's coming off as
Oh,
arrogance.
you're coming off. Yeah, you do.
So my confidence is triggering you because
No,
it's
no.
reminding
I
you
love confidence. I melt in it.
it's not about you not having self-love. It's about you not appreciating the self-love in other people. And that is a direct reflection of how you see yourself. The term is called projection. When you see me shining, it reminds you that you're not shining enough.
Oh, so when I said that I melt in confidence, that kind of went over your head?
Melting in confidence isn't...
Self-love, confidence, all that in my man is very important to me because I don't want to date a man that does not love himself, because then he won't love me as much. The level of love will be different.
Look, I'm really trying to follow you.
I know,
all right?
I know, but it's okay.
But your ego won't allow you to take responsibility for your lack, and
My
that's
lack,
okay.
But I don't lack anything, babe.
I done popped y'all's balloon before you even got to know Dr. Elon. What a shame. What a shame.
Is it though? I don't. Yeah. You'll find your
You said you
people.
watched the show before you got here, which means you have a preconceived indoctrination of who you think I am. So you popped your balloon before you even got to know me based on what
Can I
you've
ask a
already
question?
seen, please.
Why do you want to argue with me?
I'm not arguing with you. I'm using an inflection that is emphasizing my point. You thinking that I'm arguing is a direct trigger that you can't handle what I'm saying to you.
Okay, love bug.
Yeah.
I've been here, done that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
thank you.
let's.
Bro, to be honest, I don't even think she was trying to be an asshole. I think she was actually being friendly. She gave you a really good critique, and it was actually valid. I think a lot of these women, they find you attractive. You're their type, but man, the moment you open your mouth, you said too much. You've done too much at that point, right? They're done with you. Boom, disqualified. And at the same time, I want to point that you continue to keep arguing with them is not even gonna do you any favor, man. Matter of fact, even if there is a girl ahead of this one that has her balloon not popped yet, she gonna pop it at this point. You see, the more you keep talking and arguing and entertaining these narratives here, that's the more and more you keep digging your own grave, right? So you should have just been quiet. You should have been like, all right, thanks, move on to the next. Like, I think you trying to school her and talking all like this and trying to, put her in this box and, narrowing it down and portraying her as somebody that she's not, I think it just makes you look more and more like a weirdo, bro. I mean, I get it. It looks like you're hurt, you're triggered, you're, what do you call it? Your ego is bruised at this point. I can tell you, and it's all good. I mean, to be honest, it happens to a lot of us. But at this point here, I think you need to do a little bit self-work, my dude. And I mean, I get it. You probably, in the past, you were different or something. You had to do, self-work, self-love, all this. And now you've raised yourself internally. You're at a level where you're confident with yourself. And that's why, you are a doctor, you are this, you are that, you're mighty, you're strong, but you're projecting it to her. It's as if you are against her, you versus her. And let me tell you, man, this ain't gonna go in your favor. All right. So it's the first time I'm agreeing with her actually too. I feel like she's on the right. But the only problem I have here is I kind of wish all these women were separated and we could hear their opinion one-on-one while the other ones are not present. Like, you know what I mean? I wish they were all in like a little cubicle room by themselves with this man and they can give their own feedback, because what they're doing is essentially just bouncing off each other. And the problem about this is if somebody said something and another girl here on the line agrees with what she said, she gonna pop her balloon because of what she said. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a peer thing, peer pressure type thing. And it's they all join up together. And this is why it's not a smartest way to do this kind of dating shows where you have the women all lined up in a straight line and they can hear everybody's feedback. No, because what they end up doing is they end up siding with each other. So I wish it was separated. It was like one-on-one, so I can understand why the man here might feel attacked, because all of a sudden you got like 7 girls and they're all voicing the same thing. So I mean, he can come off like 7v1, 7 versus 1 guy, so I know where he's coming from. But to be honest, I don't think she has an ego, to be honest. It could be a front she's putting, but what I'm getting out of her, she's actually seems sweet and genuine. But at the same time, you can't judge a book by its cover. Just because she's projecting herself this way might not necessarily mean this is how she is. But I do understand that what she was saying was logical and it made sense. The way you're talking, maybe you're built different, like literally, but the way you're talking, man, it's giving off that impression. It's giving off that side. So
Let's do it. Let's see what's next.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Yo, you see this girl was dying, like right when the last girl was speaking, this girl was like laughing and looking to the side, trying to hide it. So I mean, right now she just let it all out.
Why you ended up popping.
My name is Tatiana. Okay, respectfully, where do I begin, my guy? You got a lot of dip on your chip, and I feel like the way that you coming at everybody else with like, oh, who's your dentist and everything, you finna ask me who my dentist is. And I'm not with that just yet.
Okay, now first things first, this girl, man, I mean, see, this is what I told you, right? They can't have their own personal opinions. Now she listened to everybody else and picked exactly what they said, and now she already prepared herself, already put on an armor, already about to go to war with him, you know? And the way she talking to him, my guy, my dude, come on, bro. If you're on a dating show, you're a woman, this is a man. First things first, it's not cute when women talk like this. My guy, my this, chick. Like, come on, man. Like, that energy is not really feminine. And I mean, right there, I'm already even turned off of her. Like, if I was on that show, I would have disqualified her. Even though she's the one doing the choosing, I would have disqualified her before she disqualified me. And not just because I want to be petty, just because, like, off the bat, that's already a turn off for me. I mean, I don't find that attractive at all. That type of energy, you know. But she has a solid point, because he's coming off at these women and asking who the dentists are, and he's already like combative with them. I get it, why she can think that he's about to, you know, crucify her as well based on her teeth. You know, he's about to come at her.
I'm not ready for that.
I know it's triggering.
Also, let me finish real quick, respectfully. I'm sorry, you know, because you interrupt everybody else. Let me speak real quick. I just personally feel like you're not used to a, like, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm alpha male, like, you know, whatever. Like, you're not used to a dominant woman.
Yo, first things first, I don't think anybody likes a dominant woman. I don't know why women tend to think that it's cute to be dominant. No guy likes any dominant women. You know, dominant women can only be dominant with other women, right? It's okay if you rock like that. If you date women and you're a woman, and yeah, one of you has to be dominant, sure. But a dominant woman with a man, nah, because you can't have two dominant people. Otherwise, they're going to be clashing heads. You know what I'm saying? Dominance in a woman, I mean, it works in other ways. For example, if she's dealing with the children, right? If she's dealing with things while the man is not home, that's understandable. But if you're being dominant to your man, you are literally testing his manhood. So, I mean, that doesn't go hand in hand. I don't know what she's saying. Maybe he's not good at taking criticism. That's what I would agree with, if that's what she's trying to say. But dealing with dominant women, what are you talking about?
And I feel like you are like, it's easy kind of coming to you to belittle women a little bit. I understand where you're coming from with everything.
And at the same time, I gotta say is, man, if you, like, this show shouldn't put these people in the same room with these dudes if they already watched the last show. Like, if this dude participated on the last episode and all these women watched how he interacted with other women, they can come into this episode with already their mind already made up. They won't even give him a chance just because they watched him how he interacted with other girls. They don't like him on the bat. So I feel like that makes it biased. So these women should have come without having seen those episodes. Clear mind, you know what I mean? It makes more sense. It's like going in court and picking the jury who have already watched the trial, or who have already heard about the case way before they were chosen. Like, you know what I mean? They had already made up their decision whether the defendant is guilty or not, whether, like, way before having, you know, finding out about this in the courtroom. You know what I mean? Like, hearing about the case beforehand, before showing up to court to jury duty, it does not make you the perfect candidate for that selection, because now you come biased with your own opinions and your own feelings and what side you're on, right?
Thing that you do, and I saw the last episode, but like you do come off as arrogant. Confidence is cool, but like, know the difference a little bit. What you gonna say about my tooth, bro?
Why would I want a dominant woman when
Next.
I'm the dominant one?
What you gonna say about my tooth, bro? That killed me, man. But the part that he asked about, why would I want a dominant woman? I love it. That's exactly what I just said. Why does woman need to be dominant to her man? Who wants a dominant woman? What kind of man wants a dominant woman? You know, 100% he's true. I'm gonna give him a hair. I'm gonna give them that point. You know, he made a point. And the way she's acting as well, it's like she's already put on her armor. She's ready to box. It's like, man, what are you trying to do? You know, so I mean, she's kind of acting stupid. If she had acted like these other women here, you see how they were quiet and they just kind of normal, voice their opinions and nothing else. She's acting a little bit too extra, too aggressive. You can already tell she's from the streets. She's already a troublemaker. So I mean, this ain't gonna go nowhere pretty, but
Go ahead. There can't be, you know.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. What's
Do
up?
you think you're the prize?
I know I'm the prize.
You're the prize to the men you don't want.
Okay.
When you get a man that you actually want, please believe me, we're the prize.
Okay. Next.
Okay.
You see, this that girl, she wanted to disqualify him so bad. But he said something smart here. I like it, what he said. His point here made sense. And I think he said it actually in the appropriate time too. She is a prize to the men that she doesn't want. And that's those simpish guys, those guys who are thinking she's God's given angel. You know what I'm saying, right? Because if there's a man that she wants, you best bet she's not going to be the prize to him just yet, you know? It usually works like that. The people that you want, you kind of find them to be the prize, but the people that want you, they find you to be the prize, you see?
Your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Unique. I'm 31. And I popped, not that I disagree with how he is. I love I love how he is.
Say it with your chest, girl. Say it with your
because
chest.
he has confidence. It's nothing wrong with how he is. It's not what I want at the moment.
Okay.
Because I dealt with his kind before, in a way. Not exactly, because, everybody's different. But I dealt with his kind before, and there's nothing wrong with how he is.
Okay.
I feel like right now this is not the right platform for him as far as in what he's looking for, or maybe he's still trying to figure out what it is you want. I don't know. But
I know what I want.
maybe you do know what you want.
I know what I want.
But obviously it's multiple things that he wants that he hasn't found and received in one woman. I heard.
I agree with you. I agree with
there's
you.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with how you think, the confidence, all that. There's nothing wrong with it. You just have to find a woman that's willing to accept those things without her feeling like her light is getting dimmed, if that makes sense.
So
That's all.
Yeah, this girl is smart. This girl is actually smart. I like how she's putting it 100% because the way he is right now is going to turn off 90% of the women. But there's, of course, going to be the 10% that are going to dig it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna vibe with it like her. But at the same time, that being said, she said she's dealt with his type before. I mean, it didn't work out for her. There's a reason why she's not with that type. And at the same time, if she said she understands how he is, where he's coming from, and she dated a guy like him in the past or whatever, they would have had a great connection. She would have said yes to him, but yes, she popped the balloon. So, I mean, I think here she's trying to, I don't know if she's trying to comfort him. I think she's trying to do that. It must be. Because if you understand him like you claim you do, there's no reason why you don't pop your balloon. You'd give him a chance. And because if you dated a guy like him, similar to him, and I mean, I don't know if you're comparing your feelings now based to that dude you dated, maybe he did you wrong or whatever. But I like to think you shouldn't really set the bar and judge it based on how the other person performed, your last ex performed, and judge it on the new guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give him a chance, see how it goes. If you vibe with it, why not? Right? But I feel like she's trying to light him off nicely so she doesn't get attacked. I don't know.
I have to find a woman who is strong enough to know that her light can't be dimmed.
Yeah, that.
Hit me with your best shot. Tell me your name again.
Unique.
Unique. That is so special.
Thank you. As far as the masculinity, like I said, it's not a gender. I feel like it's just,
So being dominant and being, what was the word that she used? What was the word that you used? I forgot. Masculine. Mm-hmm. That is something that is not gender specific, is what you're saying?
No, I don't feel it is. I feel like I'm very dominant and masculine when I need to be. But
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you want?
What do I want? Out of a partner?
Why am I here?
I want my partner to be able to live in his confidence, exactly like how you are, but at the same time know exactly specifically what he wants. Instead of, because like I said, you can feel one way right now, but in a couple of months, you're not going to feel the same. Everybody changes, different levels. If you get what I mean?
So by that line of reasoning, people are making lifelong decisions based off of 6 months, maybe a year. So is that fair to say, will you marry me based off of me knowing you for a year and a half, even though you're going to change?
Is it fair?
Right.
It's fair based on if that person agrees with,
Maybe not fair. Is it feasible?
I don't know the answer to that.
I do.
That's fine.
I do.
No, it's fine. It's all right. Let's go. Okay, if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Micah. I'm 33, and I ended up popping. One, I actually agree with a lot of the stuff that you say. So the 3 reasons that you gave before, I agree with all 3 of those. So I think you're on to that. I didn't really like how you showed up. I appreciate that you had emergency surgery. I love that.
You know, the scrubs are clean. I was wearing a white coat while I was doing it, so
No, I
they're-
appreciate
they're
it.
there.
I appreciate it. But yeah, that's really the only reason, to be honest. And I think we just probably,
So if you would have seen me in the dental office, you would have been like, this guy.
I would have been like, yeah, nice smile, maybe.
But the scrubs was not doing it for me.
I just feel like they said date ready and you've been here before, so you know what's up. And
You're
having
right, you're
emergency surgery
right.
is not an excuse.
You know, I failed you
No,
on this
you didn't
day.
feel me.
I failed you,
It's
and I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Next time, I'll make my patients wait.
Okay, please, thank you.
All right, let's go back this way. Okay, so that is all the balloons popped. We weren't able to find you a match today, but let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
I feel like the last 2 girls, they were kind of on his frequency. They kind of vibed with him. I guess he was their type. But I mean, that being said, why would they have popped it if he was their type, you know? But I think he would have had a more better shot with them than the other girls, you know? Having watched his whole thing, though, I think he's just a little different. That's what I think he is, right? So makes sense. Everybody is. The way they talk, the way they carry themselves, their mannerisms. So other people, because you know they try to fit in and they try to agree so much and follow trends and side with each other, they're gonna view you as an outsider. But in reality, you're just different. So I think now my final conclusion is he has to find somebody who's going to accept him for who he is and who's going to be able to understand him, right? The way he speaks or when he's correcting you, so they don't feeling offended. Just like that second last girl, what she said exactly. So they don't feel like their light is being dimmed all the time. Like all these girls here, you can feel, they feel like this guy's taking out the oxygen in the room, right? But anyways, yeah, that's a video, man. It was actually a nice, entertaining one. I need to hear your opinion. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. All right, till next time. Easy.